Hello Superset Maniacs and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another Nick Walker at the 2021 New York Pro comparison. You guys seem to want more of these comparisons and it's understandable. We all got tired of the off season and now at the beginning of the competitive season, Nick Walker is the hottest thing around, with his New York Pro incredible physique. So let's compare him to Heath in today's video. 2008 Mr. Olympia version of Heath, his first Olympia ever where he placed third behind Dexter and Jay. So without any further introductions, let's begin with our first pose, the front double biceps. I listened to you guys and I'll be using this version of Nick in this pose where he crunches his abs in this comparison. Heath is known for his powerful guns and especially in the beginning of his career when his midsection was very tight. He was dangerous in this pose, but looking at these two, I can't ignore the fact that Nick's guns may be just as good as Phil's. He has a powerful forearms as well, just like Phil. Downstairs they both look crazy, with Nick having deeper cuts in the quads but Phil apparently having a bit more mass. However, the thing that makes the difference in this pose is Nick's better V-taper, due to his wider structure and better lats, in spite of the wider midsection, so my first point in this comparison goes to Nick Walker. Up next is the front lat spread, and yet again, Phil's disadvantage in this pose as well is his narrowness, in spite of having a decent V-taper due to his very tight midsection. However, Nick Walker is wide as a house, at least in comparison to Phil. I think he feels this pose better, so overall Nick Walker takes this pose as well. Side chest, and things get more and more interesting here. They both have a very thick upper body, however it's difficult to go against Phil when it comes to muscle roundness, especially through the arms and delts. Phil was never too good at the chest department, but this is an area where Nick Walker has to improve as well. In spite of Phil's chest display here, having that gap where the pec meets the shoulder, his chest still pops way better than Nick's, especially the outer one. Downstairs, Phil has better muscle separation, especially through the glutes and hams, so overall Heath has to win this pose. Next pose is the back double biceps. Nick has a powerful pose, good insertions, but he ain't beating Phil here. The level of details in Phil's back double is just crazy. He also looks drier, at least upper body. Lower body, they both are very complete, having striated glutes and powerful hams and calves. Overall, Heath wins the back double biceps pose. Up next is the back lat spread, and in this pose we can notice that Phil wasn't always a powerhouse in the back poses, at least in this one. He doesn't present those incredible details he had after 2011, and combined with his narrowness, this pose kinda becomes an average one in my opinion. On the other hand, Nick has the width advantage, he's got the way better lats, and given the fact that he doesn't have any noticeable weaknesses in this pose, I think he beats Heath here. Yes, Nick Walker just beat Heath in a back pose. Next pose is the side triceps, and this is a good one. Just like I told you in my previous videos with Nick, I believe this one is his strongest pose, due to his incredible thick lateral head and great execution. However, he's going against Heath here, one if not the very best of all time when it comes to this pose. His lateral head looks just as thick as Nick's, but with way better details and striations. He also has the better shoulder and better tricep shoulder separation. He probably wins the side leg as well, so Heath beats Nick Walker in the side triceps. So once again guys, before our last two poses, the score is 3-3, each of them winning 3 poses until this point. Up next we have the abs and thighs. and this is a tough one. We already established that downstairs they match up pretty well. They both have powerful thighs, they also have great calves, so let's look upper body. Nick's disadvantage is his blocky midsection, but he has a great deep cut abs. His lats are bigger, but he doesn't have a better V-taper than Phil, who's got decent lats himself but a very tight midsection and ripped abs as well. Being so tight, I have to go with the most aesthetic look, which is Phil's, so Phil Heath wins the abs and thighs here. Last pose is the most muscular, and see what I was telling you about Nick's weak chest? Phil was never the best in this area, but we can clearly see that he has the better chest here. Phil also has the more impressive arms and shoulders in this pose, and he also's got the tighter midsection. And as impressive as Nick would look here, he can't do anything against Phil Heath, who wins this pose rather easily, I would say. So the final score becomes 5-3 for Phil Heath at the end of our comparison. Phil won the side chest pose, the back double biceps, the side triceps, the abs and thighs, and the most muscular. Nick Walker won the front double biceps, the front lat spread, and the rear lat spread. Once again, Nick Walker did very well against, remember guys, a top 3 finisher at the 2008 Mr. Olympia. Some people even claim Phil Heath could have been first at that show, which shows you how good Nick Walker really is, doing so well against such opposition. Like this video if you enjoyed it, let me know your thoughts about this comparison in the comment section, subscribe for more videos like this, and as always, thank you guys and see you next time.